Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for joining me back again. Thank you so much. I appreciate your likes, your comments, your engagements, your shares. I see your efforts in making my channel, reach people who really need my content, and I truly appreciate. So some of you already know that French played a huge role in my immigration journey, and learning French helped me to arrive Canada as a PR, and it has opened doors for opportunities. I'm sharing my journey here. I've shared on my social media handles, and but you know that learning language is a continuous experience. Learning French, to me, French was an investment because I spent my time, I spent a lot of money, I spent a lot of resources. I invested a lot in myself learning the language within 1 year. But if you ask me, 1 year is not even enough to be solid in the language, to be so grounded in the language. So I made a commitment that when I eventually get settled, I would resume my French learning. And I'm currently working with a few persons, few people who have reached out to me and said I should share my French strategy, share how I learned my French within 1 year. And if you're interested, you can send me a DM and I'll add you to the community. And also I have a one-on-one mentorship session that I'm currently running for people who really do not understand the whole Canada PR process, and and you really want to position yourself in the pool, and you also want to take advantage of French. If you feel like, okay, I want to do French, and how does it work? How do I start? Where do I go to? How do I draw my plans within 1 year? You can register, click on the link. It's in the description box, and you can register or reach out to me and I'll send you the link, and we have a one-on-one session to discuss. The truth is, many people out there do not know about how they could even come here to Canada as a permanent resident. That is even possible. Many people do not even know that it's even possible to get your PR outside Canada. I see a lot of people asking me, how is that possible? How did you get your permanent residency in Nigeria? So please, even if you're not in Nigeria, if you're in the UK, if you're in the US, anywhere you are, even if you're currently in Canada as a student or a visitor or whatever status you are currently on, and you intend to migrate to being a permanent resident, maybe via the French draw or any other category that is currently in demand, please reach out to me and I'll guide you and would walk through it together and see how to position you for you to be invited to Canada. That being said, today I want to share how I plan to keep learning or improving my French in 2026. So this also will be applicable to anyone who is just starting, French journey, and you want to understand how to go about it. I watched, like I always say, I keep saying it. I don't hide it. I don't I can't keep on such. I always talk about the fact that YouTube helped me a lot. Like I watched a lot of creators here that learned French, not necessarily for Canada immigration, but people who learned French over the years and how they were able to learn the language within a period of time. Some people did 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, but I don't think it's even about the number of years right now. I just feel like you can apply whatever method that anyone uses to suit your own timing, suit your own situation. Just work around it. If it's 1 year that works for you, fine, you just have to adjust. If it's 2 years, perfect, you have to adjust. So for me, I want to just talk about how to improve my learning in 2026. And you can also, share, you can also adopt my template if you feel like this is for you. First is the consistent practice. The first thing is consistency. Learning a language is not about studying once in a while. You don't visit the language and leave it, because like they say, if you visit it once and leave it, it will leave you. So it's about daily practice. I always talk about the daily practice. Be consistent. Daily practice, exposure, repetition. Because one thing about repetition is that once you keep saying something, once you keep doing something over and over again, the brain gets used to it. You just see yourself somehow storing that aspect in your brain, and when somebody talks about it, it just comes out. You won't even know when it comes out. Like, it comes out like effortlessly. So consistency really matters. Even if it's 30 minutes a day, it can really make a difference. Interact with the language, expose yourself to the language, and be ready to repeat. You can decide that today I'm going to do this, and tomorrow you visit it. Or you can say, okay, today I will do this pronunciation and leave it. Wednesday you go back to it. Friday you go back to it. Like, repeat, but don't be too, like, don't let it come. You can decide not to, like, make it back to back, so when you do on Monday, maybe on Tuesday you do something else, then on Wednesday you visit that topic that you did on Monday, and Thursday you go back to the one you visited on Tuesday. Friday you will go back to what you did on Monday and Wednesday, and that helps to register in the brain that you're constantly interacting with this particular topic or set of topics. Secondly, with the speaking practice, one thing that helped me before I landed Canada, when I was in Nigeria, learning the language, was I joined communities, like I said in my previous videos. I also created small WhatsApp groups and Telegram groups and I joined and created. I created for beginners, some of us that wanted to practice on our own, and we started practicing. We will meet online regularly and practice speaking French. The truth is, if you're looking for people that speak French or that have that community, they are all there. They're out there. There are a lot of them. You can even start your own. You can just tell people, how many of you, those that want to speak, if you're beginner level, A1 level, can we meet? Let's join together. Let's meet. It's like an accountability group, and you meet online. You discuss real time. Everyone corrects each other. You share your mistakes. You correct yourselves. You share ideas. And this kind of environment, it helps you to build your confidence. You practice speaking without fear, and you also learn from others, like I said. So speaking practice is very important. From the very first day, start speaking. Open your mouth and speak. Open your mouth and speak, because if you want to learn this language as a non-francophone speaker, you have to speak. You have to speak, because I find that sometimes when you learn to a certain level and you did not start speaking, the words are forming in your brain, in your mouth, in your heart. You're hearing people speak. It's so sweet when they speak, and you're like, I understand what this person is saying. And then you try to speak, you go blank. And you're like, and you feel like you know these things, right? You know it, but you cannot speak. You can't speak. That's because you don't have the confidence. You've not practiced. You've not been speaking. Every day we speak English at home. We speak our own native language in the house. You constantly speak it, right? So when you go out, you won't be stuck. You won't be frozen. So you imagine a language that is not even your own natural language, your own mother tongue. So you have to speak. My first tutor then will say, speak the nonsense. Speak the nonsense. Just say it. Speak it. Somebody out there will correct you. Interact daily. There are apps there. There are a lot of apps. There, and those I can share that in my community when we discuss about this. But there are a lot of apps. There are a lot of resources out there that you can use to learn how to speak. And you'll be able to build your confidence and overcome the fear. For 3, listen and immerse yourself. That's listening and immersion. Another strategy I will continue using is the listening immersion. It helped me a lot. It helped me a great deal. I listen to podcasts, radio, YouTube channels. Looking back right now, it makes a lot of sense, because when you're constantly exposed to such resources, you find that your listening gets better. I shared a story on Facebook recently. I tried to call I tried to reach somebody here in Canada, and the person is based in Montreal. I noticed that the first conversation that came up was in French. If I was not if I did not even understand French, I probably would have just ended that call and backed out. So I waited, and they told me, press 1 for this, press this. I was following it. Everything was clearly given to me in French. I also remember when we arrived Canada, we landed in Montreal. From Montreal, then we came down to Alberta. When we got to Montreal, it was basically French. The immigration officers, all the officers were just speaking French. "Ah, lazy this way," as in they were just speaking French. And thank God I understood French because they were not even ready to look at you. Like, what are you doing in Montreal if you don't know French? I mean, I feel like that's what they were thinking because maybe they didn't know that people that even don't understand French will probably be in Montreal. But they were speaking French and I was able to follow through until even the instructions I was seeing French. And I understood because I already know the language, right? French brought me here anyways. So if you really want to practice your immersion and you're listening, always listen to YouTube resources, French YouTube resources, French podcasts, French music, French movies. If you're a lover of movies, you would really love watching this. You will love this aspect because you can start by watching the movie with a subtitle in French. When you watch it in French, change it back to English and then move it back to French. That way, when you interact with, when you watch it in French at first, you identify words that you're not even familiar with, right? But you know you're listening to the audio in English, but the subtitle is in French. Or when you change it to French, when you change it to English, you notice that some of those words that you saw in when it was in French, you start seeing them in English. It begins to register somehow in your brain, and then you switch back to French. You would really learn a lot. Like, you would not even know the impact. But if you're a lover of movies, please also try to watch French movies. The more you hear the language, the more natural it becomes to you. It flows. And you know, when you start learning at a lower level and you keep growing gradually, when you start hearing them speak French very fast, you know, sometimes it's very fast. It sounds very fast. You would be able to pick your brain moves at a very rapid, speed. Fourth will be structured learning. In 2026, I also plan to continue using my structured learning resources like online platforms, language practice apps, exam preparation materials, just for the sake of learning the language. I'm not writing any exams, but maybe I will eventually write a DELF. But for now, I would use this. I'm not preparing for any French exams for now. Having structure helps you to track progress. If you have a structured learning, it helps you to track your progress. You're able to know when you get to the A1 level, the A2 level, B1, B2, and the rest, the various levels. So a structure helps you to track your progress. And I believe that for those of you that have been watching me, you understand that I've shared how severally on so many platforms how I learned the language within 1 year. I've also gone live with a few YouTubers to talk about how I learned my journey, how I learned French within a year. The fifth one would be faith and persistence. One thing I would say that helped me during my journey was faith and persistence. I had that faith. Somehow, somewhere, I had the faith that I was going to make it. I was going to pass, right? I was going to make it within 1 year. I was determined. And so I was really determined. And so I told myself, I was already seeing myself in Canada. I was seeing my result. I was speaking my result. I was acting my results because, after your French, you go to the pool, you put your results in the portal, your scores go up, you know that, okay, you're going to get, you receive your invitation to apply very soon and the process starts. I was already planning. I was already seeing the future. I was already taking the step ahead. So I believe that faith worked for me, and I was persistent. I was determined to see this through. Some people gave up, along the way. I know a few friends who we journeyed together, we started together. I can't even read some of them, and some of them have dropped halfway. I know someone recently who was amongst us, and he resumed the process, and now he's currently in the pool awaiting his own invitation to apply, and I'm very certain that he will get it because his call was really very wonderful. So if you're persistent, if you have the faith, you will push through. If learning French is your goal this year, my encouragement is simple: stay consistent. Just start, stay consistent, and keep practicing. Remain persistent, be determined, and the sky will be your limit. So if you've watched up to this very moment and you really like this video, please click on the like button. Just click on the like button. Like my video, like. I can't shout enough. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Drop your comments in the comment sections. I see your comments and I will always respond to the ones that I can respond to. And please share this video to as many as you can that are really, looking forward to that. I really want to start this French journey. And please don't be discouraged. If you're here to start your French journey, start now. Start. Don't wait for anybody. And if you seek clarity, if you need clarity on anything, you can reach out to me on my one-on-one session and we'll take it up from there. Until I come your way next time, my name is Cynthia and bye.